GloryDaze, the best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova.
With insuremycars.ie. Get low prices and save on your car insurance today at insuremycars.ie.
Yeah, something a little different, something a little special for you this week on the podcast. It's been christened the Paris Pod.
Yeah, this is the Paris Pod. Now, as you may know, the Uncle Travelling Jim and his little Fraggle over here were all around the world. We were in one.
We were in one city.
We were in one place where the whole world went to. How about that?
That's more accurate.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true. Of course, this was the week when PJ and myself were in Paris, specifically to cheer on Kellie Harrington, but as part of the whole Olympic thing. And we decided it'd be a shame. Look, they're once in a lifetime opportunities. They really are bucket list moments. So just in case you missed out on any of the joy that we had,
we are here going to share it again. We're going to share it and going to ram it down your bloody necks. Because it was so joyous. It was so great.
So this is your moment to relive PJ and Jim in Paris for golden glory. You lucky sods. To be able to relive the joy we had while we were there.
Now look, unfortunately, and there's always a downside, unfortunately we can only show you the interviews with the athletes and stuff to do the games. We wanted to attach a file that showed you all our holiday photographs that we could go through.
All of the fantastic food we ate.
The full itinerary of tourist destinations we went to.
Absolutely. We wanted some way of getting across how glorious the weather was and everything.
Because there's, nobody loves anything more than getting the finer black and white detail of somebody else's holiday. Unfortunately, we have this weird producer who thinks the highlights are the only important part. So we're going to give you the highlights, which was about the athletes.
Lucky you. Enjoy PJ and Jim in Paris.
Going for gold. Well, we're going for sausages now. But while you know what I mean. Good luck out at Ireland.
GloryDaze, the best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim. With
Get low prices and save on your car insurance today at
insuremycars.ie.
Last night we got the chance to meet up with a gold medalist. In fact, multiple medalists last night, because we headed over to Team Ireland House. Okay, which is actually it's kind of in O'Sullivan's Irish Pub,
which is right next to the Moulin Rouge.
It is. It's very appropriate. For that. But anyway, and we headed over there because there was an event. They were calling it like the Parade of Champions. Okay, and so we had 5 of our medal winners last night coming along. They went up on stage. There was a little Q&A and a little kind of quiz, fun night. Absolutely bouncing. It was.
Oh, it was hopping. It was such a great atmosphere in there. It was amazing, really.
Yeah, incredible stuff. And everybody, colours everywhere, green everywhere, obviously. In fact, the fantastic people from McKeever Sports were there as well. Team Ireland merch was all on sale.
How sound are they?
Oh, off the charts. Such great people. And the we had the opportunity to kind of like soak up a bit of the atmosphere. Loads of fans there. And as I say, the Parade of Champions was there. And then afterwards, we actually got a chance to catch up with Fintan McCarthy, of course, who was the gold medalist in the rowing, or one of the gold medalists from the rowing. What an absolutely sound guy he turned out to be.
So down to earth, so brilliant. Yeah.
Exactly, as you'll hear, because we got the opportunity to chat to him, and we had to ask him the obvious question straight away, which was, has it sunk in yet?
I don't know. I think we've had a few days now to I guess soak it up and enjoy ourselves, see our families and all that kind of stuff. But I guess we've spent a long time kind of preparing for this week, and I think when you spend that long getting ready for something, it will take a while to kind of I guess realise it's over and start planning towards the next thing. But I think for the moment we're just going to enjoy it.
Can I ask you as well, I mean, whatever about the personal achievement and how it feels, are you aware of what it means to the country? Has any of that sort of stuff managed to seep through the kind of the euphoria that's happening because of success of people like you?
A bit, I think. Obviously going into the regatta, we don't really spend much time thinking about it, but I think one of the big moments was when we finished the racing and looked up into the crowd, and it was literally jam-packed with tricolours and green, and it was insane. We haven't seen anything like it at a rowing regatta before, so just to see everyone come out and support us for that one day, it was unbelievable.
Because Ireland has gone mad. Ireland's gone mental, and it's brilliant that this is a record medal-winning Olympics for Ireland. I would say us, but I've won nothing. But it's but you're a huge part of that. So how do you celebrate from this point on, knowing that?
Oh, I can't wait to get home, to be honest, and see everyone. Yeah. We had a loads of friends and family out for a couple of days. I think they're all gone home now to enjoy the celebrations at home, and we're stuck out here. But I think really looking forward to getting back and seeing the whole country come out.
So I presume that from this point on, the best part will be the homecoming then, will it? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I think Paul's got another race to come, so he's doing a bit of training still. But I said I'd let him off. He can represent me out in Canada, and I'll hold the fort down at home.
Brilliant. Listen, just one more final question, Fintan, before we let you go and let you get back to enjoying yourself. But this medal that's hanging around your neck at the moment, I mean, where is that going to end up when you go home? Where will that be? What pride of place will that have?
Oh, it's with all the other ones, I reckon. I
love that. If it was me, I'd weld it to the front of the car. Yeah. Everyone would see it.
No, I think I kind of just leave them all in my old bedroom at home, and they're all hanging up.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow, unbelievable. Nice. I mean, I would have it put engraved into my forehead.
Oh, I know. No, it is nice to go home though, and it's kind of like nostalgic or something, being in your old room, seeing all the medals, and just seeing how far you've come, I guess. So.
Listen, congratulations. The country's so proud of you. Thank you so much for everything. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Thanks.
Morning Glory with PJ and Jim.
Radio Nova.
Yesterday we had a pretty action-packed day, and we got the opportunity to head over to the Irish Cultural Centre and to catch up with Daniel Whiffen.
Daniel Whiffen, yeah, what a sound guy.
Yeah, one of the early gold medalists from an Irish point of view, and he was genuinely and so young. And so tall.
So young and so tall, yeah. How you can get over like nearly 8 foot in 23 years is just incredible. Amazing.
But it was fantastic to talk to him. And in fact, actually, you may have seen that the Irish Independent, in fact, picked up on the chat we had with him and some of his quotes. So you may actually find that if you're looking for it, if the full kind of chat that we had with Daniel, you might find it in the Irish Independent as well. But we got the opportunity to talk to him. And really, how do you start talking to somebody who's just won, in this case, 2 medals at
an
Olympics?
That's what I'd learned. You have to look up.
You do look up to him in all sorts of ways. He'd gold and a bronze already under his belt. So, I mean, what else? How other way can you start other than by saying congratulations?
Thank you very much.
How many times have you heard congratulations over the last few days?
Probably at least 1,000, to be honest. Yeah. But we love it every time.
Wow. So a multi-Olympic medal winner. I know all your achievements in the past and stuff are incredible anyway, but that still has to be special, yeah?
Oh yeah, obviously very special. I mean, it's never been done by a male swimmer or a male athlete before. At single games, and I mean, she said it's incredible, and I'm happy it's me and happy to represent our country so well.
And among all your achievements, from how did it feel when the gold medal, a gold Olympic medal going around your neck? Surely that dwarfs everything.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, you saw me crying on the podium, and it was kind of like an unreal experience. You dream of these things when you're so young, and not many people ever will achieve it. Definitely in Ireland, and I was that guy, and it's just unbelievable to think about.
It's amazing as well. Now that you're this side of it and you have your medals they're hanging around your neck. So how do you celebrate? Are you one of these that's absolutely crazy to go home, or do you want to stay here and soak up the atmosphere for as long as possible?
To be fair, my whole family's here, so celebrating's pretty easy. I just do it with them. But we've had to postpone the celebrating, obviously, because on Friday we're competing in the 10K in the Send. So I mean, that's going to be a wild one. Yeah.
Are you looking forward to that? There's been a lot of chat about what way the Seine is, and I know you probably prefer being outside, do you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, I just want to swim next to the Eiffel Tower, and that'll be pretty cool. So, I mean, it's going to be a fun event. I don't really have any aspirations going into it apart from finishing it. Obviously now I'm never doing one before, but we'll see what happens. And I have to ask you about the actual medal as well. The fact that famously they've been saying it has a piece of the Eiffel Tower in it. You mentioned the Eiffel Tower. I mean, when you have an Olympic gold medal in your hand, do you just sit staring at it? I mean, what sort of impact does it have? Yeah, I mean, you look at it every day, you pick it up, you sleep with it. Yeah, it's just do everything with it. It's never leave. Well, apart from today, it didn't leave my side. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's just looking at it and you think, damn, I put my whole life into this, and it's now become true. And the other thing I was asking Fintan, one of the rowers, about where that goes. Is it pride of place? And he was saying he actually puts his medals just into his boyhood bedroom or something. So will you have a special kind of place for this Olympic gold? I mean, I have a whole medal rack in my childhood bedroom as with my parents' house, but it's going in a safe. That's where it's going to go because I do not want to lose it. And but yeah, I mean, I want to show it. I want to have it, make sure it's available for people to look at. I mean, we never see them ever in Ireland really, and I mean we've got a couple of us games, but yeah, I want to show it around and really show you people and inspire a lot of people.
And you should actually, because it is a record medal haul, as you say, and you've been very much a part of that, and in the terms of having us so high on the medal kind of where, from your point of view, where do you go after winning a gold medal? I mean, I'm sure you still have loads of ambitions.
Yeah, I mean, I went to a bronze medal after in the 1500, but in terms of like what I'm trying to achieve, I mean, I've got so many little goals in terms of times as well that I want to post, and I've still got a lot of sights on different world records. I know I already broke one already, and that was one of my goals, but I want to continue pushing the boundaries, and I want to be like known as the best distance athlete ever.
Well, you're certainly going in the right direction. One final question, just in terms of what you think what you're anticipating might await you when you get home, in terms of the reaction that you'll get after the phenomenal success. Have you even given it some thought? Have you had any inkling of what the reaction has been?
No, I honestly haven't given it any thought. I just know it's going to be big. And I remember when the rowers came back last time, they had a parade. Maybe I'll get one. We'll see. But
I think I might. Like the whole country's gone crazy for you. Yeah.
I think the whole of Paris has gone crazy. The whole world has, because I remember yesterday I was at the Walk of Champions, where you walk down by the Eiffel Tower, and people come up to me, like a load of different athletes in different countries. One of them said that her boyfriend won gold in the rowing, and my race was better than her boyfriend's race.
That's great.
Love it. That's exactly the way it should be. Listen, man, it's congratulations once again. It's been such a pleasure to talk to you, Daniel. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you very much.
GloryDaze. It's the very best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova with
InsureMyCars.ie. Get low prices and save on your car insurance today at InsureMyCars.ie.
Obviously, the reason we're in Paris is the Olympics. We came here specifically to support Kellie in the drive for a second Olympic gold. Mission accomplished on that front. But naturally, while we're here, we did want to give you a flavour of
France.
Such a
taste of the city.
Such an iconic city. So beautiful, the city. And we did our tours. If you've been following us on Instagram, you'll have seen a lot of the kind of big icon kind of places around, and all of the places we visited. And the other thing about Paris, of course, is it's renowned, as France in general is, for its fantastic food. They pride themselves, the French, on their amazing food and wine.
Amazing ingredients for food. I'll give them that. There's no doubt about it. The ingredients are perfect, you know. Like, I mean, all I'm saying is, me and Jim have nearly fallen out on this a couple of times. I just don't understand why they can't finish cooking it. I just don't understand that.
Because we decided to go for the proper French experience last night, and we found au petit riche.
Which I thought meant little richies, but apparently it means a little rich. It's a different thing. So.
We were told by one of the staff that it actually was referred to when they kind of like they used to facilitate, which was quite appropriate in our case.
After we asked her who was Little Richie, and she goes, "That's not what it is."
Yeah, it wasn't once owned by Little Richard.
By Little Richard, yeah.
No. So we decided to go and experience the proper French brasserie vibe. And I have to say, it started...
come here.
It started unusually because our man at the movies, Clint Treberg, of course, who's with us on this trip, was decided he was going to have snails. He was going to do it properly.
Who's having snails, lads? He does all this. And then the snails came down. And he basically... peer pressured us into it, because there was no way I wanted to eat it, no. But then I had to do it, and I have to say, my description of it was getting thrown off. Right?
Now, you will get to see that. It was filmed, all of it in its full glory. You'll get to see that, so I'll allow you the joy of seeing that firsthand. I won't spoil it.
But then there was like, I asked for fish, and this has happened to me in France before. I'm sorry, but I just don't understand why they can't finish cooking the food. It's so close to being finished, but it's not finished. And I asked for fish, and the fish came out, and the fish was like white. It was one of them fishes that when you cook it goes white, right?
Right.
But it was only half white. It was all the pinky bits and all the bits of veins and everything. And I was like, I don't know what to do with it. And then Jim's pork came out, and I swear, or not Jim's pork, but Clint's, what was it he had? Duck came out. And if you don't mind me saying, if there had been even a little bit more gravy on it, the duck would have built a nest on the plate. And I swear to God, at this stage, when Jim's pork arrived, I thought they were going to just walk out, pig on the lead, and give him a penknife and say, "Walk away there, horse." and eat whatever you can.
I actually thought about
it was raw.
I was worried because you put me off having the beef because you said, look, that'll literally. I
was there. Don't eat the steak here.
You'll be covered in blood. You'll look like you'd be in a murder scene. So I didn't go for that. And then
he asked for the pork chop, and she goes, "Would you like it like rare?" He goes, "No, well done." He goes, "Well done." It's still
I said a bit more than just pink.
A bit more than just pink. Yeah. Well, wasn't it?
She said medium. I thought, well, that sounds pretty okay.
And it was like a sunburnt pig. Was what you got. It was a sunburned pig.
It wasn't that bad.
It was like some old pig that was left out in the sun. He was scalded. The poor thing. Mother of God. It wasn't cooked, man. And you ate it and everything.
And to be fair to you, you're adventurous with your food. You don't, like you have no problem kind of trying things normally. Well, I say that, and yes, your reaction to kind of snails, coleslaw, and oysters.
But those are all disgusting. And then on the menu, they eat anything. On the menu in a fancy place, no, it was like a veal head with the brain still in. It said
that's true. Actually,
and I got a meager fish, which meant it was like a tiny. And then there was a salmon trout. What's a salmon trout? It's like having a cat dog.
But certainly, you know the way you had a travelling omelette on the show already. Well, there was an optical illusion. I kid you not. It was called an optical illusion. What was the actual dish then?
An optical illusion.
What was it? Tartare. That was it. An optical illusion tartare. That is the greatest description. I think what they meant was it was vegan.
I think that was it.
It was like faux. You know what I mean?
Because the French don't believe in vegetarians, so it must be some sort of an illusion.
An optical illusion. There was some belters on the menu last night.
It was like a menu. Honest to God, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, it was just. I just couldn't believe it. Even I was afraid to ask for chips in case they just gave me a full potato. It says, "You know what to do." You know what to do.
You're Irish. You can handle it.
Chow down on that. They probably eat them like apples over there. He was thinking.
GloryDaze, the best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim. With
Get low prices and save on your car insurance today at
InsureMyCars.ie. The whole mission, the whole reason we're here in Paris, it all came down to last night. The reason we came over, courtesy of misquote.ie, of course, was to cheer on Team Ireland, but in particular, Kellie Harrington, a long-time good friend of the show, and we came over specifically to be there for what we had hoped initially would be a gold medal experience, and so it became. It became, as I say, mission accomplished.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely incredible. We set off, headed out to how gorgeous a stadium is that Roland Garros?
It's unreal, isn't it?
And like outside, so plush and everything. The grounds around it and everything.
There's a big botanical gaffing all across the road. Even though Jim laughed at me for calling it that, that's exactly what it looks like to me.
PJ would make an excellent tour guide. On the left here, there's a botanical gaff thing there, the squirrels and all.
The squirrels and all in the trees, as you can see. Then we went to a place that I thought was called Little Richie's. It turns out it was called a Little Rich. It was the name of it.
But anyway, so we headed out there to roll, and it's a bit of a trek, wasn't it? We jumped on the metro, and then even when we got off the metro, there's a bit of a walk involved and stuff.
Yeah, all at the fancy part of town. Yeah. Exactly.
It was lovely though.
The metros were all broken, or the police told us they were anyway on the way home. They were like, "You metro, my God, no! Don't you have a private car?" That's the way it was saying, yeah.
But anyway, we got into the stadium, and I have to say, apart from how fantastic the stadium is, obviously loads of other bouts going on. You know what I mean? To us, it was all about Kellie. She was the final bout of the evening.
The final bout of the evening, just after the Iman Khalife fight was on.
But there was loads of other bouts going on. So there was loads of other nationalities, obviously, and loads of other flags. And man, they really got into it. And in between bouts, obviously, to keep a kind of atmosphere going as well, they had like. It was like some sort of weird 80s disco or something.
It was, yeah. It wasn't it? Everyone getting up and bouncing around their flags. A Mexican man dressed as a taco was sitting beside us.
And
he was sitting, he dressed as a taco with a sombrero.
Yeah.
Dancing around.
Some people really got into it. You know what I mean? The national costumes and stuff.
Yeah,
there's even those people, you know, that wear those masks when they wrestle. You know, there was a load of them going around.
More the Mexican crew that was like that. Yeah, the Thai lads with the big pointy hats, and then there was what else? It was crazy. It was great.
Everything going. It was absolutely brilliant. Bouncing atmosphere, in fairness. And it was weird because people were kind of coming and going. They were seeing their own sort of fight and then maybe moving off.
Heading off.
Just coming in or whatever. Anyway, the moment came then when Kellie came out, and the Irishness
the Irishness
just
like
rose up.
Yeah, even your man that was dressed as a taco was going, and I thought I was bringing the atmosphere. My God, these people.
They know how to do it. They know how to do it. And the fight happened, and of course we know what happened in the end, and it was just magnificent. But for us in the stadium, this is how it sounded.
The winner on points by split decision, gold medalist and Olympic champion. Victorieuse au point par décision partagée, remporte la médaille d'or, devenant championne olympique in blue.
There was a lot of roaring and shouting then from us, and then that was the moment there. That was the moment, of course, where I was going to say, you can see the video of PJ actually almost falling over the chairs.
Yeah, it's on our Instagram. It's on the Radio Nova Instagram.
Yeah, bouncing up and down and almost falling forward over numerous other people who were in the seats below.
They didn't mind. They were celebrating as well. It's not everybody was stable on their feet, Jim. You know. Yeah.
So it was absolutely incredible. And the thing about it is, it turned into quite a late night for us because we obviously had to then stay around for the medal ceremony.
Of course, and we weren't going to leave the stadium until Kellie left.
Exactly,
she made the most of it.
Exactly, and the medal ceremony. My God, I mean, we obviously, I mean, like I don't know if it was allowed, but we made our way a little bit closer,
straight down to the ringside, like a beeline. We ran down to the ringside. We got
as close as we possibly could, and the medal ceremony and the singing of the national anthem and all of that sort of stuff. It was fantastic. It was pinch yourself moment, wasn't it?
It really was, yeah. Life, like one of those life moments you'll remember forever, you know.
Absolutely. And then when it was all over, as PJ said, Kellie was you saw it. I'm sure you've seen all of the coverage. She was dancing in the ring and all that sort of stuff. And then when she did her press stuff, she was genuinely kind of not just reluctant to leave the stadium, but she also was enjoying. She wanted to kind of acknowledge the fans so much,
and she kind of did a bit of a speech.
Yeah,
and then when she was finished her speech, she started singing.
From earth to day, they have told us we must yearn for liberty. Yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. All together. Raise your soul in your arms and let this moment linger.
That's literally Kellie Harrington serenading the fans. I'm sure you've seen the coverage. We have to say a big thanks actually to a good friend of Kellie's for that coverage. Emma May, who's the CEO, the boss of Core Builders, was right up close.
That's her video, yeah. And we were a little bit too far away to get that clear audio on it, but she got that there. So that's the bit where everybody realised they didn't know the words.
Yeah, only Kellie
knew
the words.
Yeah, sing along.
Only Kellie knew the words. It was amazing. The connection between her and the Irish fans in the stadium last night was special, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It felt like she knew almost each and every one of them.
Yeah. She was doing it. Sorry, Terry, thanks for coming. Imelda, it's the story. Wouldn't be the same without you. So they did it to about 700 people. It was
Absolutely.
amazing.
It was incredible. And now look at, just to finish off, I mean, you know, obviously PJ and myself, we're never one to kind of try and blag the credit for anything.
Oh, God, no.
You know what I mean?
No.
And yes, absolutely. Kellie has done years upon years of training. She's put her body through the beyond the limits in terms of diet and exercise and all of the work that goes in technically to becoming an Olympic gold medalist. But by the way, I mean, just to let you know, she did sort of say this.
I mean, what is there, 7.5 billion people in the world or something like that? I know back home I won't be passing too many double Olympians on my street, so history is made. There's so many people I want to thank for this, that actually got me here. There's so many, if I was here I'd be all day saying thanks. But the people who get me through while I'm out here is Mandy, my mum, my dad, my brothers and all my family. And then while I'm out here I like to listen to PJ and Jim. Makes me feel right at home.
So, like, it's not like we're saying we're sort of responsible for the gold medal or anything. But, you know.
In fairness, I think she literally referred to us as double Olympians.
GloryDaze. It's the very best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova with
InsureMyCars.ie. Get low prices and save on your car insurance today at InsureMyCars.ie.
Delighted to be able to say good morning, Bernard Dunn.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
We're very well. Thanks a million for doing this, buddy. I know that it would have been, like the rest of the country, probably would have been a bit of a late night for you up watching Kellie last night. But listen, I mean, from your point of view, obviously we will never really understand what it's like to nobody will, very few will ever understand what it's like to experience what it is to win a gold medal. But you've had title fights. You're a former world champion. I mean, there must be an extraordinary mix of emotions happen after a victory like that. What is Kellie likely to be feeling this morning?
Disbelief, I would say, more so than anything. Having been there with her when she won the medal in Tokyo, you get to realise, you don't realise the magnitude of it for maybe a couple of weeks. And like a double Olympic gold medal, it's really... It's like finding a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You know, they're unheard of. You know, and it's just such an amazing achievement, and it's well deserved. She's been so focused over the last 3 years in terms of making sure that firstly she qualified for the Olympic Games, and then secondly she goes out there and performs. And we always knew once Kellie performs at her level, she's nearly impossible to beat, because she's got so many tools in her bag. She can fight all styles. She can be aggressive. She can be a counterpuncher. She's so technically gifted, and behind all that, she's a great person. So it's fabulous to see.
Yeah, it was incredible for us to be in the stadium last night. I mean, and you know yourself, I mean, what the Irish crowd is like when they get behind you at kind of in big events. I mean, PJ will tell you, like, last night was just extraordinary. It was pinch yourself.
It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And
were you there for the rendition of Grace?
We were there for Grace. Yeah,
we were there for Grace. It was fantastic. It was so emotional. I mean, you again. That's something that you'd be very aware of from your own experience as well. That bond that people get, you know, Irish sports people get with Irish fans that's kind of a unique thing as well. It certainly feels like that.
It is 100%. You know, and we have disability as a people and not just in really good times, but even in tough times. Because I've seen the people who are really true to Kellie, and you know, Kellie's had some challenges herself over the last year or two, and just those people connected around her, you know, who understand who she is, understand what she's trying to achieve, understand what she puts into it. Very few will ever get that. But to have that core support and that connection with people, it's just a gift. And like Kellie's been an inspiration to young kids for a long time. And to even come back with the resilience she's shown to go and do it again, you know, the drive that takes, the perseverance that it takes. It's an example, you know, of I suppose true honour and, you know, just self-belief.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, isn't it, Brendan? Like, what's the feeling when, I mean, I guess for a lot of us normal people, not people like yourself or Kellie who've won these things, you think you'd win one and go...
PJ, you've been far from normal for a long time.
Thank you for, my God, at last somebody else has actually said it. About time, Bernard. Thanks for that, man.
But there must be a struggle there to, like, after you win one, to say, well, that's enough. Like, I mean, because you have the possibility to fail and to not live up to the expectations again.
True, yeah.
To be the elite performer that Kellie is, you've got something inside you that the general people don't have. You know, you have that hunger, that thirst, that drive, that real want to, and maybe it's not about winning, it's about testing yourself against the best. It's about showing the world what you can do. And Kellie has that in abundance. She's got that real thirst and passion for, you know, testing herself, and she puts it all on the line in front of the world, and that takes incredible strength.
Do you think she'll really retire then, or do you think that maybe she'll get tempted again?
Say that again?
Do you think she'll really retire now from international competition? Or
well,
do you think...
she's young enough. She's young enough to go again.
Yeah.
You know, she'll still be under the age limit for the next Olympics. Her performances at these games are probably some of the best performances I've ever seen from Kellie.
Wow.
Her calmness, her control, her discipline, her real focus and steely determination in terms of just doing what she knows she can do. That's just been so impressive to watch. And again, like, Kellie has minded herself over the last 3 years. She's not overloaded herself in terms of competitions and training camps. She's been very clever, and her team have been very clever around how they've chosen those. And I know Kellie wants to take a break now. I know Kellie wants to enjoy family life, enjoy married life, and I've kind of tried to tell her that that's only a fairy tale. She's determined to give it a go anyway.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, Bernard, I'd say Mandy probably is the one who's going to make that decision. Probably nothing to do with Kellie.
Mandy's a woman of great tolerance.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're a fantastic couple. But great people just behind all of it. And this is what's so fantastic. And you see it even, in our other athletes like Reese and the Rowan lads, Finton and then Paul. They're normal. They're like every other human being, and they want to have the cracks. You see Kellie dancing last night, and you see the lads, the Rowan lads, literally taking the piss on, calling themselves huge underdogs, when everybody knows they're superstars.
And that's it. Actually, we did notice that. We were lucky enough to chat to a couple of the lads. We chatted to Finton, and we've chatted to Daniel Whiffen and stuff like that. And it is amazing how they can be so normal, one-on-one, human to human,
down to earth,
and yet so superhuman when it comes to their actual performances. It's an incredible thing to witness. It really is.
Yeah, it's like they've got split personalities.
Yeah.
That normalness and then actual laser sharp focus once they step into their environment.
It's incredible.
Whether it's into a swimming pool or into a boxing ring, just to be able to actually switch out the world and know this is what I'm going to do.
Incredible. Bernard, listen, we
Bernard.
appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us this morning. I know there's a few weeds calling you back, is there?
No, I've actually been picking them up as we so I'm a man that can multitask. Thank you.
Wow, you're incredible. And Bernard,
my dog, I'm trying to bite the leg off me as I do it.
Can we just say, just to say thanks to you, but also to say, and genuinely, because we were both talking about this during the week, that your analysis and your punditry on the television in relation to the boxing,
brilliant.
Your knowledge, your depth of knowledge, and not only that, I mean, obviously that's almost taken for granted,
but
your
the ability to explain it,
your ability to put it across for lay people like us has been just an absolute pleasure to watch. Hats off to you, man. It's been fantastic.
Well, if I can help you two lads understand anything, then
go on, you man thing. Thanks, Bernard.
After yourself.
Take care, buddy.
Thanks, Bernard. Thanks so much.
Bye.
That's great.
Sounds everything you need.
He's still finishing with knockout punches, is Bernard.
The brilliant Bernard Dunn.
Ever wonder what fuels Olympic hero Kellie Harrington at breakfast?
There's so many people I want to thank for that actually got me here. While I'm out here, I like to listen to PJ and Jim. Makes me feel right at home.
Now that's a seriously winning combo.
Morning Glory with PJ Gallagher and Jim McCabe.
We're with you all the way, Kellie. Weekday mornings from 6 on Radio Nova.